I originally started this video with no idea of like what to do for the video, but that has changed. I will now be turning this video into a journey through a crochet project that I already started. I already started this project. I'll show you all the pieces we have done, but it's like only kind of maybe almost halfway done, so I'm still going to do a video on it. I'm going to show you where I'm at, but basically we're making a blanket, and this, I bought a pattern for something, and I come to realize fairly quickly that I don't know how to read patterns. It's like SP1, SP whatever. Don't understand it, don't care. So I would just watched a video of some girl doing squares, like crocheting squares for a blanket, and I learned the pattern that she did in the video. And then now I'm just making, and it was this like old white lady. And so now I'm making a ton of those squares, and then I'm gonna crochet all the squares together to make a blanket. So let me explain where we're at right now. I'm making this blanket 4 squares by 5 squares, and I only have like 8 squares made, I think. Maybe 9 squares. And I need to have 20 total. I ran out of yarn, so I went to Joann's today. Got more yarn. They were out of the pattern that I've been using, so I got white and a different pattern, and another different pattern. So it's going to be kind of weird and patchy, but I don't really care. This is going to be like not the first blanket I've crocheted. I've crocheted a blanket before, but the last blanket I crocheted was just like one singular running like crochet, basically. This one is going to be multiple squares that I'm going to put together. So it's a little more tricky as a beginner crocheter. Nothing we can't handle. I'll be taking you through it. I'll show you the pattern that I'm doing for each square, and then how I put it all together. And we're kind of learning as we go because we're a beginner. But I want to make this a series because I've recently taken up crocheting and I love it. It's literally the best thing ever. It's what I'm doing for the moment until I change my mind, obviously. But for now, crocheting, it's what I love. I went to Joann's to get a total of 4 yarn bundles, 2 of each of these patterns. They didn't have them, so we had to improvise. But this is how many squares we have done. We have 1, 2. How do we have 11? My math is wrong. This white pattern, I got this white pattern, which is really pretty. Then, along with the white pattern, I found one of the ones I needed, but I needed 2 of them and there was only 1. So I got this one. And then we needed 2 more bundles. This pattern. Looking at it now, it was a mistake. I think it was a mistake. I made a mistake. But it's fine. Is it fine? Look, they don't like go together. See, they don't even, oh, this is so upsetting. This is so upsetting. I don't know why I thought they were gonna go together. It's fine. So basically, just if you're curious what it looks like to crochet with 4 fucking cats. Stop. This is where we're at. In bed. So let me show you what we're doing. Oh, by the way, it's Sunday. Okay, so I have a stack of squares right there. I also have this little picture. Anyways, keeps me motivated. So I have this bundle, which I'm going to be finishing this square, and then I'll be moving to the white and making some white squares. But this is like the size of a square. I keep it here for reference when I start getting like towards the end. So I'm just going to be basically making more squares today. Yeah. I'm going to like watch YouTube and I'll put a little time lapse for you. Okay, I took a break to go eat dinner. Now I'm back. I'm watching YouTube. Princess is sleeping. I have gotten one full patterned square done and one, oh, she's so cute. And then one full white square done. So I'm working on another white square, and then I think once I'm done with this one, I'm gonna go take a shower. And I don't know if I'm gonna do more for tonight or if I'm just gonna stop at this. Not me literally forgetting that I'm filming the process of this blanket being made. Anyways, here's where we're at. I laid out all of the squares that I have in the yarn that I have left to see like if I'm good to go and how I'm gonna do it. So this was originally supposed to be the whole blanket, but these two they ran out at the store. And they actually discontinued them. Really? Get off. They actually discontinued them, so I had to get a different pattern and white. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 whites and then 3 of this pattern in the middle, and then border it like I planned on doing the whole blanket. And yeah, hopefully that works out good. And then whatever I have left over, I might do like a trim around the whole thing. We'll see. But yeah. That's where we're at right now. Okay, so this is the updated idea of the blanket. I have to make 2 more patterns, but this is the pattern that I'm planning on doing. So it's almost the size of a full-size bed.
He whispered in my ear and he pulled me oh so close. He covered up my face. He said, I wanna let you know, don't let the sun kiss you before I do. You know the sun sets every evening, but I'll never leave you. Yeah, don't let the sun kiss you before I do. Yeah, the sun sets every evening, but I'll never leave you. You say I'm not the jealous kind, but I like to be your favorite wine that's with you when you feel alone at night. I'd like to be your lullaby, the white noise you hear when you close your eyes. Sun on your lips just don't feel right. You before I do. Yeah, the sun sets every evening, but I'll never leave you. Oh, don't let the sun kiss you before I do. Yeah, the sun sets every evening, but I'll never leave you. You're like the rain in the morning, the way you clear all my worries. You're like the drugs I'm prescribed, I need to be with you daily. A silver light in the sky, a holiday in my mind, a reason for me to try. You're like the moon, I'm the tide. I'm far away, but you're pulling. Gravity's losing its mind. The way you lift on my feelings, can't find the words to describe, but with you everything's right. Yeah, don't let the sun kiss you before I do. Yeah, the sun sets every evening, but I'll never leave you. Oh, don't let the sun kiss you before I do. Yeah, the sun sets every evening, but I'll never leave you.
So after I attached all of the squares, I was left with something that looked like this. There were a lot of like strings hanging out, but that's pretty much like almost the final product. And then I spent a good like 2 hours tucking in all of those strings, just re-looping it through itself with my crochet hook. And this was the final product. One bundle of yarn made about 3 to 4 squares, and I'm gonna link the YouTube video that I used for the stitch pattern that I used to make the squares. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Kiss you before I do. Yeah, the sun sets every evening, but I'll never leave.